Okay, so let's talk about Elliott Wave. There's some different options with Elliott Wave and what we can see. Okay. So recently in the Euro has made a very good Elliott Wave move. Okay. We have in here, if we go to our daily, we can see that we've got different ranges on our daily charts. Okay. At this point in time, we were in around this area. Okay. Okay. We came in through here, and this became our range in here. Okay, so let's just put a marker at that low there, and you can see we've got a similar low in here. Okay, all right. So let me just get rid of this square, but we can see our low. All right. Let's go back to a 4-hour chart. Okay, and we're coming off, we're looking in here. Okay, we can see here that this is a 4-hour chart that we've, from this top up in here, right, we can see that we've got a resistance, we've got a resistance here as well, but we've got this big candle as well. Okay, and when we get big wicks like this, it's obviously a meaning to the big wick, yeah? The big wick is volatility, but the big wick typically means reversal. And we saw that on the Aussie just recently. Let's take the 4-hour chart on the Aussie. Okay, nice big wick in there as well. Okay, huge wick. Okay, so that's a reversal pattern. Okay, so the big wicks have significance. But let's go back over to our Elliott Wave. Okay, so this is obviously we've got a reversal. We've got a break here. Okay, which is obviously again another reversal signal. Okay, and let's just count the legs. Okay, we've got one leg there, and we've got, let's call that a second leg. But within this leg, we can see kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Yes, on Elliott Wave, because we know that Elliott Wave goes in this type of configuration. 1, 2, 3, which is usually the longest, 4, and this fourth leg will not break the low, this low, and 5. Okay, in here we will typically get a trend line, yes, coming down as support, so break of a trend line in here, a retracement back to the trend lines for support. Off it goes, because everybody's now knowing that that's a big long one, and then retracement, and then for the fifth leg. Okay, this here will typically be divergence. Okay, on our RSI. Okay, and then we'll get a retracement move. Okay, A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, C type scenario. Now, where we're looking to trade is we're looking to trade in here on wave 2. We're also looking to trade here on wave 4. We're also looking to trade here short on wave B. Yep. Okay. We can also look to trade long on this C point. Okay. And this C point will typically or sometimes be a 50% of the whole move. Does that make sense? Yep. Correct. That will come in the advanced geometrics or advanced harmonics like Gartley, butterfly will all come in this area up the top. This area up here will be your Gartley patterns, etc. Okay. All right. So if we take our Fibonacci will be 50 to 618 here, okay? And this C point will be 5618 there, okay? Does that make sense? Okay? All right. So I'm just going to take the time now just to place in our numbers, if that's all right. So everyone's clear. Leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. Leg 3 is the longest. leg 4. Oops. Leg 5. And then A, B, and C. Okay. Now, it's not always perfect like this. Okay, there are some different interpretations. You can get this leg ABC retracement to do something along this line to get a double top, perhaps, or even a little bit more divergence. Okay, that can happen. Okay, that is theoretically correct. Okay, either way, I'll show you in the seminars that I do. I'll show you more patterns that may spring up. But let's have a look at this one recently, which was really good. Okay, we've got 1, 2, and then on this larger scale, here's our longest move here, and then we've got 4, and then 5 down in here. Okay, all right. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside leg 3, we've got 1, 2, 3. It's up to interpretation. 4, 5. Okay, you could put 3 down into here if you wanted to. Okay. So, and this is the skill of a trader to be able to see this, okay? You've got to make a judgment and you've got to make an assessment, because remember our 2 questions that we're asking. What is obvious, right? What's obvious to me in this? Well, that's still the longest. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Our ABC on this smaller leg here is A, B, and then C. See here, did not break, right? But that's okay, all right? It's not going to be perfect all the time, okay? Because obviously traders are still wanting to really push this down to the $1.13 mark, okay? So we're on 5th leg of Elliott Wave here now, okay? Now we're looking for an ABC retracement. So A, B, C. 5th leg of the larger trend I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get rid of this smaller internal Elliott wave. Okay, so we're looking at this big move in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. And we'll find that if I push a trend line from here to here, right? Okay, bake your noodle time. Stick the ray on. Boom. Okay, so this theory here is correct. Oh, hang on, let's go. We've got a larger internal wave. Okay, so this going up in through here. Okay, this is a scenario, isn't it? Yep. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so we've got support. So once I saw this, we've got a bounce off the low end of the range. We've got a break of the trend line. We've got a retracement. Okay. Then I'm going to go, wow, this is an ABC retracement. I'm getting into this. Okay. Where do I get in now? My trading method. There's 2 types of trading method. There's just hold on a second. So there's 2 types of trading methods. One is evidence-based. Okay, wait for the turn for you to get in. Okay, a second one is an antagonistic type base. Okay, now with my 50% trading rule or my 50% convergence rule, it's an antagonistic. Okay, what that means is that when I take my 50% retracement from here, I will already have a limit order sitting in here. Okay, right in front of the 50%. Okay, because I've seen that this 50% is kind of converging with this trend line. Okay, and that's where I actually got in. Okay, Then I took a little bit of heat because it did want to come down to the 618. But that's cool because my stop is down here. Okay, that's my initial stop. Down here at this A point. Okay, because now what I'm looking for is because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs of Elliott wave. So therefore, when I can count the 5th leg of Elliott, right? I'm going to stop going short. I'm not going to go short anymore. Okay, all my short trades are done. Right, I'm going to start looking for longs, and what's confirming my long is that I've broken the trend line. Yep. Plus I've got, I'm bouncing off all of these significant levels as well, okay? And I'm looking for an ABC type of retracement. Yep. So then my target will be AB. Okay, so let me just draw in here. This is now my A, B, C, and I'm looking for D. Okay, let's say that I can't see anything from here backwards. Okay, I can't see anything on the right. Okay, doesn't exist yet. So I've placed my stop in there. Okay, I've placed my limit order up in just in front of the 50% because it's converging around that same area as the trend line. Okay, and I'm now going to look for my. Let me try and get rid of this FE. Whoops. Okay. Now I'm going to look for my AB equals CD. So AB equals, and bring that down to C. And if I front run it, which I did in this case, I front runned it just a little bit. So it was just in front of, because this converged with $1.15. Yep. Okay. Because I wasn't happy with not too far up, so I wanted $1.15. I just front run the $1.15 a little bit. Okay, put it in front of the $1.15, and I did. I got knocked out to the tick. Okay. Okay. So, but as time moves on. Okay, my stop is still down here, just underneath A. Okay, and as I move on. And I see that we've made C point is actually here, and we've made the reversal. Then I move my stop up into underneath C, right? So now I've reduced my risk, okay? My risk now, let's say that I had this in here, okay, has gone from 90 pip to 35 pip and 114 pip reward, okay? So the risk to reward is now in my favour. But you notice that I haven't moved my stop to break even. I've moved it to C point. Why do I move it to C point? Because I don't want to get stopped out. But why don't... Okay, let me ask you a question. How many people know that that's my entry? Just you. How many people know that that's C point? Everyone. Everyone. So what we do is we trade what everybody else sees. Okay? Trade what you see. Okay, don't trade on some conspiracy. Okay, and that's when your conspiracies become true. Okay, trade what you see. All right, does that make sense with Elliott wave? Okay, beautiful. Okay, so obviously Elliott wave can go in either direction, but that is probably one of the best examples of Elliott wave I've seen on the market recently. Okay, let's go over to here. Okay. Okay, let me just point something else out here. See, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, right? Let's just go back to, let's go to a wider time frame. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Okay, so this is from September through to late November or mid-November. And then we're looking for the A, B, and then C. But what happened? Why didn't it go all the way back up?
Because we're ranging it in a minute.
Because we're starting to go into Christmas.
Okay.
Everyone's just kind of given up,
Eating their turkey.
right? Eating their turkey, that's right. So Christmas time, we've got to be aware of what time of the year we're in. Yeah, Thanksgiving, summer break in the Northern Hemisphere because everybody goes on summer break. Christmas, Easter, those type of things. Okay. Now it is trying to make I think it did make its ABC. I think it's over now. Okay. Or we may see it come right back up, but I think that's kind of over for that part of the year. Yep. Okay. Okay. So here's another example of Elliott wave where we can have a wave, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So 1, 2, the longest part 3, and then the 4 and the 5 is a double top. Yep. See that little double top in there? But that double top can also be the ABC retracement. Okay? So you just got to be kind of aware of that. Okay? All right? Okay, and we know what the rule of double tops are. Okay? The length from the tops, this length here, right, will carry through to the same length. Okay? All right? So your trade will be in here when you break this bottom. Yep? Okay. All right.